Hello friend, and welcome to this Basic Beanie tutorial. Today we are going to learn how to add stripes to a basic beanie and how to do a jogless join. Now, what is a jogless join and why do I need to know it, you might be asking yourself? Well, I will tell you. When you're knitting in the round, you're basically doing a giant spiral, right? So when you add a color change to it, when you come over to where the seam is, you can see that we have these little places where the stripes don't match up. And in knitting we call this a jog. And so if you don't mind that, you can absolutely leave it. There's probably people that even will use it as a design element in their knitting, and that is way cool. But for me personally, this drives me nuts that these do not meet up, and I don't like it. So I learned how to do a jogless join, and I'll show you on this hat. It's also not perfect. You can definitely still kind of make out where the seam is, but they match up a heck of a lot better than they do when you don't do anything at all. So I'm going to show you today how to add stripes and how to do a jogless join. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and get started. I have here a hat that I've been working on. This is a basic beanie with a ribbed brim, and I made it long enough to be a fold over brim. And I am going to add another color to it because I want to put some stripes on there. So I am going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, when you change colors, you want to capture your yarn a couple of stitches before your stitch marker, before you're going to change colors. And that's just to help keep everything with the right tension and to make sure that, everything's going great. The easiest way to capture your yarn, so when we change colors, we're not going to be cutting this at all because I'm going to show you how to pull it up a couple of rows. But when you change colors, you can, or add a color, you can either tie a little knot around your working yarn and pull it to the end, or all I do is I just lay the new color over my working yarn and then knit those couple of stitches, and that just gives me a tail to weave in at the end. So we'll just do that. Lay it over, we'll knit a couple of stitches to the end of our row. And now we're going to change colors. All I'm going to do with this color is just let it lay there and float around with the needles and everything as I go. All right, so pick up your second color yarn. Make sure you don't pull that out. Knit a stitch and boom, you are set. Look at that. Ah, so easy. It's so easy to change colors. Knit, knit, knit. Okay, I'm going to knit this to the end of the row and then I will show you how to do a jogless join. All right, I have knit to the end of my row and I'm going to show you how to do a jogless join. I'm going to do a jogless join because I don't want that jog like on the other hat. All right, the first step is to remove your stitch marker because when you do a jogless join, you are basically, we are going to be getting rid of this stitch right here, which means we are going to need to move our stitch marker over to the left by one stitch, and I will show you how we do that. Okay, I removed my stitch marker. Now, I am going to take the stitch directly below my very first color change stitch. I'm going to put that onto my left-hand needle, like that. Easy peasy. Now, I'm going to knit those two stitches together. Bloop. Now when I did that, the green stitch went to the back and the white stitch came to the front, and now I can put my stitch marker back on. And when I come back around, I'll see that I don't really have a jog there anymore, and it looks like the two rows match up. It's super cool. I'm not entirely sure why it works. I think it's because you're pulling up. It's like when you're on this hat It's like if you pulled up the stitch below each time to make it even. I think that's what it is. But anyway, it's magic. I just call it knitting magic. Okay, I'm gonna knit this green for a couple more rows, and then I will show you how to do the jogless join and how to change back to the white. Super easy. You have got this. We can do all the stripy hats now. Look at us go. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, I am coming to the end of my green stripe, and I want to change back to my white color. And so how I'm going to do that is, again, I want to capture the yarn and bring it up. I don't have to do this if I don't want to. Like, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I just do it because it makes me feel better. So I stop about 2 or 3 stitches before I want to change my color, and I just wrap the white yarn so that it's over my working yarn, and then I just knit a few stitches and lock it in place, just like I did with the green before I started changing the colors with the green. So now it's up here, and I don't really have to worry about that little guy going anywhere. And I'm going to go ahead and change colors. So you want to do, if you're going to do jogless joins, you're going to want to do one every first row of your color after you've changed colors. See, look at how easy that was. Just boom, right into the white. We got this. This is so simple. Knitting really is simple when you think about it. Once you get the hang of it. I understand there is a giant learning curve, but once you've got that tension going, you have got this. All right, I'm going to finish this row, and I will show you another example of a jogless join. Okay, let me show you another example of a jogless join. Let's go over the steps again. We are going to first remove our stitch marker. Second, bring up the stitch from below. Place it on the left-hand needle. Third, knit both stitches together. Fourth, replace your stitch marker. And that, my friends, is how you do a jogless join and how you add stripes to a hat. I think you've got this. I appreciate you watching this little tutorial. I hope it brightened up your hats a little bit, maybe made them a little bit more colorful. If you like this, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel out. And I will see you next week for another tutorial. Have a great day.